Hello everyone, and today on Evolution of, we'll be looking at the very famous raptors like Velociraptor and how they evolved. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. The raptor, one of nature's most famous killing machines. When you see a raptor, you might recognize them from Steven Spielberg's very successful franchise, Jurassic Park. From their famous scene, Raptors in the Kitchen, to the more recent portrayal in Jurassic World, showing a more intelligent side. So when you think of a meat-eating dinosaur, probably one of the first meat-eating dinosaurs that come to mind are the raptors. But where did these famous creatures come from? These stunning, frightening, yet successful predators existed for almost 60 million years. But where were their origins from? And they evolved into many different varieties, some even possessing the ability to fly. Unfortunately, they have a poor fossil record in their early years. But I think the best way to solve this mystery is to travel back in time. So let us try with one theory of how the raptors evolved. One theory is that the raptors evolved from a group of dinosaurs called the Alvarezsaurids, which are distantly related to raptors. It is theorized that they originated in the mid-Triassic, mid-Jurassic, around 160 million years ago, from dinosaurs like these. The Mongolian Shuvia, and its distant relative, the Mononychus, which is also from Mongolia. Although this is a very recent theory, it has been seen as very plausible due to similar anatomy. And it's likely these Alvarezsaurids evolved from themselves to the more advanced dromaeosaurids. Examples of dromaeosaurids are the French Pyroraptor, the famous Velociraptor from Mongolia, and the North American Deinonychus, which was a larger version of these creatures. It is believed sometime during the late Jurassic, the group split. A find that supports this theory is an Alvarezsaurid from China. Traveling back in time, 160 million years, we run into Hopoloceras, a very unusual Alvarezsaurid from China. In its skeleton, it was shown to possess the same forked claw that would later be seen in raptors. Another example was the Aorun, also from China. This find in 2010 showed a tiny scavenger, so it's likely in the primeval forests of China that 160 million years ago, dromaeosaurs originated here. But they weren't the famous hunters that we knew them later to be. But instead they started out very small, scavenging off what other larger predators fed off of. In our words, they lived on the margins of the dinosaur world. During the Jurassic, the raptors did not have much influence in the ecosystem. However, only fossilized teeth of dromaeosaurs confirm their existence from this time. No actual skeleton has been found. It wouldn't be until a long time later, at least for another 40 million years, that the raptors would evolve into its more famous form. One of these more famous examples is this, a Utah raptor, the largest of all the dromaeosaurs. This was the wolf of the Cretaceous period, and 120 million years ago, it lived up to its name. Let us travel back in time there and see how they coexisted in such a weird environment. A 120 million years ago, Utah was not a dry desert, but a tropical forest with large predators and herbivore dinosaurs eating off the ground. The more common of these herbivores was Tenotosaurus, an iguanodont. They were part of a family of dinosaurs that were so successful that fossils of them are found on all 7 continents, even Antarctica. One of the things that made them so successful was their ability to chew plants and graze, which was a new trend in dinosaur evolution. And then there are the Utah raptors. There is some fossil evidence that raptors, like Utah raptor, had feathers. And one theory is that Utah raptor may have had green feathers to camouflage in the forests of Utah. It is also believed they had some level of intelligence, being able to communicate like crows do today, and that they were pack hunters like wolves. This made them an enemy to be reckoned with. But Tenotosaurus was much larger than a Utah raptor. That is where the forked claw on its toe was designed for. A Utah raptor would pounce on its prey like a lion, and the claw would do its work, impaling internal organs. However, Utah raptor was still in the margins and didn't exactly fit into its ecosystem. There was one competitor for dominance for the Utah raptor. a giant predator named Acrocanthosaurus. Acrocanthosaurus was the real king of Utah and most of the Midwest United States. Despite its fearless appearance and brute force, it had one weakness. Whenever it rained, Acrocanthosaurus couldn't shelter itself from cold. And that's where Utah Raptor had an advantage. The feathers may have acted like a coat, and some of the feathers may have been early forms of fur to keep their body insulated and warm during monsoons and rain. In a way, these little perks showed that you didn't need to be a big top predator to advance in the food chain. Another thing that Acrocanthosaurus lacked in was intelligence. These raptors worked in packs. For now, they were in the margins, having to scavenge off or hunt down smaller prey due to the competition with an Acrocanthosaurus. But soon, within about 10 million years, Acrocanthosaurus went extinct, and the Utah Raptors, along with all raptors, figured out ways to coexist with these large predators. And in the next episode, we will see how these strange predators learn to find their own. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you like my videos and want to see more, please like, share, and subscribe. Have a worried?